Welcome to Average Zen Presents. You have found me, your host, Average Zen, and we're doing a little casual Tuesday on Magic the Gathering Arena, where we take some new decks to me, maybe not to you, and take them into the casual queue and learn to pilot them and see what mistakes we can get out of the way early on, and before taking them potentially into the ranked ladder on ranked Wednesdays, and seeing what makes the cut, what we like, what we don't. It may be a good deck, but is it good for us? Is it good for our well-being and also climbing the ladder? So without further ado, let's jump into it. You can always catch this live on Twitch, by the way, at Average Zen Presents, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And if you're not able to make it, I understand. That's 11 to 1 Central European time. So we post the replays up throughout the week on YouTube, as well as some original content at my channel at Average Zen. I do a Wednesday weekly series with my wife called Wife vs. Wednesday. She's an avid Magic the Gathering player, so we love to battle it out. Usually she wins, as she should. And let's talk about Reanimation. Today we are attempting to pilot a deck that has recently cropped up in popularity. I've seen it a bit more and more. And I like the Golgari, Lumra, and Nissa, and all that going on. So this looks like it moves it in a little bit of a different direction, adding some blue into the mix. I've also added this Mazzalandli, the Great Door, because I thought it would be cool. And it's just a one of, fun of. Other than that, we've got Jace the Perfected Mind. I imagine we'll be milling ourselves most of the time in order to make use of our Squirming Emergence, which will allow us to return lots of our non-land permanents to the battlefield, easy peasy, in order to make sure that we're getting what we need. We're going to have Founding the Third Path here. It's going to allow us to cast like our Pillage the Bog or, any of our low cast costs there. That's great. The second portion is probably more relevant, where we're milling ourselves. And then, the third chapter, we can easily use that if we manage to get a Squirming Emergence into the graveyard there to cheat out a Lumra or an Atraxa. Virtue of Persistence for a little recursion, Cruelty of Gix, a little one of, fun of, some hand hate, as well as, finding our combo pieces, and then, recursion. Harvester of Misery, a little removal, never hurt anybody except for the opponent. Along those lines, we got Cut Down, Into the Flood, Maw, in order to get a little opening there, or perhaps remove a non-land permanent that's somewhat troublesome. The life gain off of Seed of Hope, I think, might be relevant, I hope. But yeah, more recursion and mill, we like that. Picklock Prankster, it's a 2-for-1. Not only do we get a Flying Vigilance, so it's a body on the field as well as in the air, but the mill 4 and then return an instant or sorcery seems pretty good, or a fairy, so we can keep doing this and chain them together if we need to. Nissa, wonderful. We're running one copy so that when she hits that double landfall, she will not find another copy of herself. She will always find a copy of Lumra, because he's an elemental, and that's what she does. She finds elves or elementals. So good stuff. Let's take it in and see what's going on in the queue today. We'll see if we can pilot this bad boy to victory, master it, and take it into the ladder tomorrow. Our first opponent peaked. Alright, our mana base looks pretty good for an opening hand. Not sure about this Atraxa, but you know. We'll have to assemble the pieces, as it were. Alright, let's start out with a Botanical Sanctum. We'll do that in the Blooming Marsh, Underground River, and Fabled Passage as needed. Alright. Up against some aggro. Will we be fast enough? I don't know. I think we gotta go ahead and play out this fairy as a body. Might save our life here from a attack or two. Well, yeah, we're gonna block. That's what they're there for. Go for it. Okay, let's go with... Oh, man. This is tough, but we gotta get some cards in the graveyard other than that fairy. I think that we probably aren't in danger of death right here. We can afford to cast the adventure mode. Alright, we seem to be correct there. Alright, we got a Jace and a couple of lands into the graveyard there. Let's go ahead and find ourselves. What do we need? Let's go with the plains. Since we do have this Atraxa in hand, it'd be nice to cast it eventually. And I think we're going to go ahead and do some archaeology. Fallujally. I'm not sure if that's related to Fallujial or not. That's okay. Alright, I think I was going to go with the Picklock Prankster here, but I think the correct answer instead is to hold up the Bitter Triumph. And our opponent says no. They see our graveyard, they see what's in it, and they're not prepared to stick around. We're just learning here. Come on now. Doing a little reanimation. Just trying to get out an Atraxa or an Lumra. I'd settle for a Nissa at this point. Kioske. Not sure if I said that right, but we'll see what they're up to. Again with this Atraxa in hand. Alright, alright. But you know what? We have the door. We came to play with the door, see how that would do. We have the founding of the third path. And yeah, we can use it to cast the removal side of Virtue, so bonus. We're up against these guys. Squirming Emergence, I believe. Alright, we don't have an untapped land. This is somewhat troublesome. Alright, we did find a cut down. I think we need the untapped land to hold. Yes. That way we can play Founding the Third Path and Seed of Hope next turn, I believe. Value. Because we'll able to also cast the Virtue, the Lochthwain Scorn. I mean, at this point, it's looking like our opponent wants to die, but or wants their creatures to die anyway. Let's get rid of the Gorehound. That'll be fueling their surveil attempts. Okay, so let's go ahead and start there. We'll do persistence on the monstrosity. Cut down on our damage per turn that we're taking. Yeah, you can have the food. Alright, let's leave up the Seed of Hope and maybe bluff like a cut down. Try to maybe keep them from running stuff out too quickly. I don't think it worked. They call it our bluff. They said Darkstar Augur it is. And we take 3, and they're about to refill their hand. Alright, we hit a few lands. I think we need the Mortuary more. We have a Hedge Maze already in hand. Okay, we're gonna mill ourselves. We did get the Squirming Emergence to hand, that's good. Let's go ahead and throw that into the graveyard. Seems like a good time to run this out. And we'll get to discard our Atraxa bonus. Now they got a Fell and a Ravine Raider. That's okay. You know, we'll still get the ETB. I would have liked to have gotten a Lumra in there as well. That would have been cool. We certainly have a few lands in the graveyard. Alright, we have the Viper. Oh, we really... Okay, let's go pillage the bog. And then we can copy that with founding the third path. Oh, they're duressing us. I wonder what they'll take. What you thinking, opponent? I mean, yeah, I get to copy it either way. And, oh, no, okay, now I know which one we're copying. Let's go Squirming Emergence. Yep, we'll cast it. Alright, let's go ahead and take that Fell. Oh, I'm sorry, the Ravine Raider. Oh, okay, well, we'll keep that to hand. And I think we'll transform next turn. And then we'll have a bunch of mana to play with. If we live that long, it looks like we're taking almost lethal here. We will discard a card and you know, yeah, let's get rid of the door. I mean, right now, if we live long enough to see the next chapter, chapter 3, that might help. I don't see it though. And we die because I couldn't click on submit 0 for some reason. How weird. Oh, thank you, Tony Marie. Appreciate you tuning in. We're trying out a little Reanimator here on the play queue, learning how to pilot this. So far, I think we're messing up. We'll figure it out. Either that or we just, they had us dead to rights last game. I don't know. Alright, we'll start out with a little Restless Cottage action. Thank you, thank you. Luck, we'll take it. We would prefer to develop our skills here, what little of them we have. Alright, so we want to go ahead and get down this guy here. We have a body. He'll do a job. He'll come in, mill some cards. Hey, we got a Lumra and a Founding in there. That's wonderful. That was a good mill. This is cheeky. Okay, let's go ahead and land. Attack for 0. Chart a course. How about that? Liliana of the Veil. Really? Okay. Alright. Let's go ahead and found some paths on the third side. We'll start this time, I think, at chapter 1. Bitter Triumph. We'll pay 3 life. We got some to spare right now, and we don't have any creatures that can really attack at the moment. Alright, let's mill. Undercity Surveil to the bottom, or to the graveyard. Let's go ahead and get out the door. And we'll see what our opponent does. Hey, buddy. Can I have a balloon? Oh, thank you. All right, well. All right, let's go ahead and, I mean, they're just waiting, I guess, for us to do something with our lives. Yeah, we'll do that. Alright, what do we want to discard here? I guess the Cruelty of Gix. Well, no. I think the correct answer here is we get rid of the Underground Mortuary. And let's go ahead and do another Founding of the Third Path. This time we'll use the Picklock Prankster's ability, or adventure side. Cool. Let's bring back the Seed of Hope. And we'll do that at the opponent's end step, even though they can see it. It's no big surprise. I guess we could do it now and then not have to hold up full control here. Or we can just hold on to it and discard it when our opponent tells us to. There we go. All right, let's go. Yeah. All right, let's mill ourselves a little bit more, and now it's time for some Squirming Emergence. And let's go, I think, Nissa on the first one. And Lumra on the second. There we go. That's a big boy. Yeah, we'll take a cut down on top. Alright, let's go black. Black. Blue. 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 Black. 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 Our opponent likes what we're doing. I like it too. This is fun. And how about a... Sure, we'll do the Picklock Prankster. And we'll use the other mana. Wait, why can't we, Oh, I see, because we don't have the right number of card types in the graveyard. This is fine. I think we're possibly good. Good game. Thank you, opponent. Vorog, a gentleman and a scholar, or a gentle person, as it were. Alright, well that's one. That worked. I'm still not entirely sure that Jace is necessary in here, but if you're running blue, you might as well throw a Jace in, right? I mean, if we ever got him out, maybe the card draw might help. Alright, well, you know, we don't love to see the Lumra in hand, and the land situation could be better. But we got some 2-drops. I think we go Fabled Passage. This is slow. Yeah, this is slow. What are you gonna do? So slow. Oh, we have 2 Lumras now. Okay, we like to see the land on top. I would have liked to have seen another black or a green source, but beggars can't be choosers. Let's go ahead and get the Falugial Falagi archaeologist there. We will take the Pillage the Bog. That seems good. Help us find our pieces of our combo here. Nothing but lands in the graveyard. Lumra loves to see that. Don't you? Don't you, good bear? Look at him. Alright, we have drawn a cut down right when we really probably need to be doing cut down things. So, let's get rid of the 1, because 1 is bad enough. 2's got to go, depending on how their deck is set up. And we can always block the 1/1 with our archaeologist. Who knew he was going to be drafted into the military? He came for the science. He stayed for to die to see Aldred. All right, let's get some fairies, and let's bring back. You know, I think we need the other cut down now. And we got an Atraxa in there. That's very spicy. We really need a land. No, the trigger threw me off. I thought it was my main phase. I'm glad we drew a land there. JK. JK. Alright, well, let's go ahead and run out another body just in case they have removal, so we're not taking 4 next turn. Bad enough that we're losing life for drawing cards. Okay, they have a Bloodletter. And, what, 1 mana off of Rush of Dread? That's not fun. Alright, we need an answer, and we need it now. Maybe? Yeah. I mean, that's an answer. Alright, let's do a stop at our opponent's upkeep. And we will not be gifting them a card just in case they do not have it in hand. Alright, we live to see another day. Zen.Algo recasts the bloodletter of Atraxa. Alright, goodbye, fairy. Okay. Not the greatest. Well, if they've got it, they've got it. Do they have it? Do you have it? Do you have it? There it is. Womp womp. Just couldn't find that bitter triumph. That's okay. We'll get them next time. Trying to reanimate some Lumras, you know. Maybe maybe an Atraxa. So far, just the Lumras and a Nissa, which was fun. I like the founding the third path, and the Picklock Prankster I think gives a little bit of defense that the Golgari early on version of this doesn't really provide. I feel like it needs counterspells. Alright, we got a Sanctum. I think next island we go, or next island, yes, we go to the next island. Okay, never mind any of that. We're blooming marshing, founding the third path, and doing a little Picklock Prankster adventures. There's a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah, let's go ahead and get that Squirming Emergence to hand. And that allows us to get Harvester of Misery at some point if we need a board wipe. Let's see what else we get. Lumra, another Pillage the Bog. Okay, so on 3. So we're not there yet. So let's go ahead and surveil. We will take a Nissa to hand. And we'll run out the fairy and go. Oh, they don't like it. Alright, well, we're getting practice in. It's better than dueling Sparky. We're figuring this out. Okay, reanimating Lumra and or Atraxa. We're trying it. Seeing what Jace brings to the party. I don't know. 4-color Reanimator. Let's do it. Antoine Althea will be our next opponent, sporting the Liliana avatar. Okay, well, we have mana, we have cards, we have pieces that we need. What could go wrong? Alright, we have a Batbird. Well, I think we'll go ahead and founding the third path. We'll start out with that, cast the virtue side of, or the adventure side of virtue. Stop all that nasty life gain. There's a scamp. You know, he's such a scamp. Oh, and they like, we want the other bird, the Batbird. Alright, we're gonna mill, land, founding the third path. What else? Oh, land. Okay, not terrible. Okay, I think the correct answer here is hold up the Floodmaw and see what they do with the scamp. Okay, that is a forge. Well, we're gonna go ahead and give them a card and return that forge. I'm sorry, give them a fish. You can have a fish. And I guess a life because you have the Batbird. Okay, that's an Atraxa. Let's go ahead and return a creature. We'll take back the fish. Oh, you know what? Let's just go ahead. I see where this is going. They're going to gain life every turn off of the forge with the Batbird. Okay, well, we have nothing worth squirming emergence for yet. Probably because we've got them in our hand. Which makes our virtue look a little silly just hanging out there, flapping about in the wind. There's the bird again, and the forge, I expect. Oh no, the war leader's call. Okay, I see. Combo. Getting so much use out of the forge, I expect we'll probably see Caretaker's Talent come down next. Well, I think at this point, we have to Squirming Emergence. And we'll go ahead and start off at Chapter 2. We will mill ourselves. What did we get that? Oh, we got a bit of Triumph. That's good. I don't know if it will save us. Alright, there's the one that likes to make gnomes. Colorless gnomes. Okay, and this guy here, he likes to make tokens too. Yeah, I like this deck. I think it fits together nicely. I like what our opponent's doing here. We're dead. Good game. A new twist on standard Boros aggro, it seems. Well, no, that's not. I didn't see anything new there, actually. There was no mice. There was nothing. I do like Baird, though. I drafted him a lot lately. Aggro. It feels bad. It feels bad. I feel like we got run over. My feelings are hurt. Please. Let's get a win here. I need a rebound. And golf. Are you our rebound? Will you please be that for us? Let's go. We got a Lumra in hand again. Lots of slow lands. Oh my, nothing then. Now let's mulligan this. Okay, this is a bit better. Let's pitch the Atraxa. Okay, let's go Restless Cottage. I don't think we'll be pillaging the bog quite yet. Let's keep that on top. Alright, we have a clay-fired bricks. Doing a little mono-white ramping. Oh, they're getting frisky with the gnome. Alright, let's get a twofer. Found the third path. Pillage the bog. I think we need a Nissa in our life. And then hold up the cut down. Seems good. We're guaranteed to find a Lumra, assuming our opponent doesn't have instant speed interaction when we drop Nissa. Well, let's go ahead and cut that down. No need for that. Double strikers not allowed on the battlefield right now. Okay, let's do some self-mill. Oh, did we get my door? We got the door. I want to test the door. I guess we'll settle for a Lumra. Alright, let's go green. Let's go black. Also that. There's our Lumra. We'll pillage the bog. So we have the Lumra in hand. Oh my. I guess we'll take the Bitter Triumph. That was a lot of land and another Lumra and a Bitter Triumph. Alright, our opponent pretending, LARPing as Big Brother with some surveillance. We see a red mana source now. I wonder if that means it's an Urbrask's Forge deck. I like the Forge, but it is inescapable now. Alright, let's do some more pillaging. I think we take the Founding the Third path here. We will go with a blue mana. And I think we're going to go ahead and skip to chapter 2. We'll mill ourselves. Oh, we did get the Lumra into the graveyard. Nice. And yeah, let's get in there with Nissa. I may regret this, but you know, what are they? Yeah, they're just going to block with a gnome, right? They just want to draw a card. That's fine. I want them to draw something that we can Bitter Triumph. Alright, that's not something we can Bitter Triumph. I guess we kill the gnome now? Is that the answer? That can't be the answer. I guess it's the answer. We'll pay 3 life. All right. Let's pillage the bog. we will grab... Do we have it? No. I guess we'll grab a Jace. And then Squirming Emergence for 11. Get our Lumra back. Well, let's go blue. Blue. Oh, we found another Lumra. Wonderful. And we'll go ahead and cast our Jace. We'll start milling our opponent now. And getting some draws. I think we can put that in the graveyard in case we need to Lumra again. Alright. Our opponent gonna gain a little bit of life here. I imagine they'll probably try to exile this Lumra, but they know we have 2 more in hand. No, they're just doing what they're doing. I respect that. Okay. Does it come back with the other way? I wonder. I bet that's what they're doing, huh? Well. Let's go ahead and what's in our graveyard? Do we have an Atraxa in there yet? No? Dear Lord. What do we got to do here? Alright, that's our last basic. We should probably note that. Okay, well. We'll keep the old one. Oh no, I clicked wrong. I guess it doesn't matter. Oh. What's in there now? Okay, we got the Lumra in there. Jeez. Okay, well. I guess we fire up the old cottage. And let's get rid of, I guess, the Legion extruder. Alright, we have another Combat Thresher back from exile and more white ramp. So many bricks fired up with clay. Alright, there's the War Leader's Call. Our opponent 4 mana open. We seem to be running into a lot of Boros decks this morning. I mean, do you run the Combat Thresher into the 14-14? I mean, we absolutely block. That seemed like a no-brainer. This is fine. We'll go ahead and draw. Alright, do a little surveilling. Terror Tide. That seems good to have in hand. I don't know. Okay, let's do a little Lumra-ing. We'll pitch that. How about a Cruelty of Gix? See what's going on over here. And Golf, you've been hiding a lot of White Suns, Twilights, and Mountains, and no witnesses. Spicy. Alright, they're still gaining life. I imagine we'll see a board wipe here. There it is. Oh, doing work. I know we don't have any more basics. I'm just putting it into the graveyard. For no reason, because we will soon be there. We just couldn't close that one out. That was my fault, clicking on the wrong Lumra there. We should have been done, I think. User error. Oh, you know what? No. Alright, yeah, I think we're gonna switch it up at this point. For those of you tuning in on YouTube, we appreciate you tuning in. Always catch us live and follow the action on Twitch, Tuesdays and Wednesdays and Fridays, 11 to 1 Central European Time. To my Twitch followers and viewers, thank you so much. We're going to switch it up now. And for those of you watching later, love one another. Be cool. And, like and subscribe. Follow. I can use all the help I can get. Your support means a lot to me. And I hope I mean a lot to you. If not now, maybe we'll get there. We'll get there. Alright, so let's go ahead, and I want to real fast change it up here, and I want to go and play a little Jund Aggro. It's just to see how this feels out. I do occasionally play mono red when I'm just like, okay, I need to play a quick few games and climb up the ladder real fast, but I don't feel good about it. So any alternative take on the current mono red format in standard, the metagame as it were, they seem to be trying to do a lot of different stuff. I mean, we saw the Boros decks. There's a lot of aggro right now. And yeah, I like the resiliency of this. I like the card draw, it's got a certain something, I think, that attracts me to it. It's beyond the typical fling strategy. I think it's got a little staying power. We'll see. So yeah, we got the scams. Yeah, you can throw them at your opponent's face. The same for the Hardfire Hero, but it also gets +1 counters, Felonious Rage buffs, and gives us a body if our stuff dies, like when we throw it at our opponent's face. Monastery Swift Spear benefiting from all of our non-creature spells. And yeah, buffing and giving stuff trample, so that's good. Again, buffing stuff, getting stuff trampled, drawing cards if our stuff dies, which it almost certainly will. Buffing, Giant Growth, classic card. Yeah, I'm excited to play a Giant Growth in Standard. Callous Sellsword, we can play it for the creature side. It's mostly here to cast as a sorcery, as a finisher. You know, if we buff up our guys big enough to throw and kill our opponent. Picnic Ruiner, I like this. Putting counters on the Heartfire Hero and it gets a counter when you target it. That makes sense, extra value. The creature itself, you know, while you control a creature when it attacks with power 4 or greater, then it gains double strike. So, you know, double that up with some Giant Growth. Aloe Alchemist, I like. I like that it gives a +3/+2 when you plot it. That is an awesome bonus, and trample. I mean, that's most of the time you're running 1 mana buff spells in this particular meta for our mono red deck. So these ones that cost 2 here, they have to really have some value. And yeah, these do, absolutely. I mean, you're getting another body with trample that you can also buff up. You're getting, in this case, +3/+3, trample, hexproof, and indestructible. I mean, I think this adds some resiliency that mono red just doesn't have. So let's play a couple of games with it and we'll see how it feels. I apologize to the play queue. I normally dunk on people playing decks that are mono red like in the casual queue, because unlike some of the decks that we try out, the wackier ones or maybe the more complex ones that we do in the casual queue, I would consider most mono red decks, I'm not going to say brainless because that depends on the pilot, but you either have that or you don't, or you have those instincts or you don't, of when to hold back and when to throw everything out on the board. I'm talking more about just how the cards function together and how you might want to play them. Yeah, we'll go with this. We got a Heartfire Hero, Monstrous Rage, Giant Growth, Overprotect. So we're getting a good mix here. We got a good lands. I like it. Let's go ahead and Copperline Gorge and sorry, Sig Other. Sorry, Sig Other. I don't know. Let's see what they're playing. Maybe we're not sorry. All right, let's attack in. Nothing. Okay, we'll go ahead and give our guy some trample. And how about a Giant Growth? Just a casual 8 on turn 2. Nothing special. When Duskmourn comes out, that could be a lethal turn 2 right there. Okay, so now we go. Let's attack in. And let's go ahead and get our guy out here. All right. Well, that's one counter out of the way. All right, now we show off the awesome power of plotting the Aloe Alchemist. This should be game, right? Can they counter it? Looks like it. Yeah, you got to. You got to. Otherwise, that's game. All right. Well, then we attack for 4. Good game, Sig Other. Okay, that was a little slower than I anticipated. Maybe we just got a weird draw there. I mean, opponent did have some interaction. All right. Let's do one more. A little Jund Aggro for standard. Rufex will be our opponent. Okay, I think I like the look of this. We'll happily take some damage to get down the scamp. All right, let's go with Swift Spear. And we'll throw an Audacity on the scamp. We will decline for now and hope that we've put the fear of the Lord into Rufex and they will try to remove something. No? Okay. They're going to be patient. All right, what you got? What you got, Rufex? Uh-oh. Okay. Well, we'll see if they respond to this. Okay, now what? Yeah, you got to remove one of those. We will decline for now. Wouldn't mind another red source that wasn't slowly killing us, but we'll deal. We will cope. I think. Our opponent doing a whole lot of nothing other than killing our guys. Okay, well, we'll go with a Heartfire Hero. And I think the correct answer here is to put the Audacity on it. As much as I would like to be mana efficient and use the Aloe Alchemist, I think we want to save that for the Cacophony Scamp if our opponent has more removal this turn. Like a Liliana of the Veil. Alright, we still get to draw the card off of Audacity. And we still get to deal some damage. Alright, well, I think we plot this now. Now, if they remove it, they still take some damage. Oh no, that wasn't countered. Oh, read your cards, kids. Read your cards. God. I thought it was counters. I didn't. Oh, man. Whoops. That might have cost us the game. This is why we learn. This is why we practice. Rufex going to punish us for our mistake. And there goes our last card. The good news is if our opponent still doesn't put a creature out and they've run out of removal, that's two big ifs. We can at least get... Okay, never mind. Forget everything I said. I think we just run out the Alchemist here. I mean, if they -2 Liliana, we're happy with that. If they ask us to sacrifice a creature, well, now we gotta sacrifice a creature, don't we? And we don't have a slick shot show off here. This is all ground based. That is one thing I wish we had right now. Alright. Experiment over. Good game. I don't know about this.